Greetings and welcome to Builder Buds. My name is Ronnie and this is a little segment on my channel called My Week in Lego. This is episode number 8. Holy cow, we've been doing this for 2 months now. This is a little series on my channel where I like to chronicle the 3 B's, what I've bought, what I've built, and my bucks that I've brought in via my Bricklink store. I am an A-fool, A-foal, A-fall, a fool, a fall, whatever it is. I love Lego and I love all of the various aspects of it. Whether it be collecting, building, selling, I do it all. So the 3 B's this week are going to cover the time period from August 29th to September 4th, 2021. First up, what I've bought, and I thought that I had escaped the Lego clearance gods. However, my good buddy Jack was out and about and he struck again, so I've got more Lego clearance to share. First up, I picked up 3 of the Spider-Man versus Ghost Rider versus Carnage versus the World. 3 more of them. Booyah. $7.68 each, Walmart clearance. Up next, I've got 2 copies of this adorable little salamander, $3.43 on that guy. This is an interesting one. I really want to go see this movie. It's getting really good reviews right now. It's a Shang-Chi set. It is Escape from the Ten Rings. We've got Shang-Chi, we've got Wen-Wu, we've got Katie, we've got Razor Fist. We've got 4 named figures in that set. And retails for $30, but it was on clearance for $15.90, so I was happy to get this one. And even more Lego Mario Guarded Fortress sets. We've got 3 more of them. Paid $21.20 for each of these. At peak Lego clearance, I was able to pull off, I think, 5 of these at $13. So this is a little higher than what I got the previous ones at, but I believe that this retails for $50, so it's still well over 50% off, and I love Lego Mario, and I'm happy to add these to the collection. Last but not least, Amazon packaging strikes again. Ordered this little Mickey plane. I think it was $6 on Amazon. Of course, it was just put in a bubble mailer, so it looks not so hot. But luckily for me, I'm not going to look at selling this. I'm going to build this with my little builder buddy. So this will be his Lego set. And a crush box is no big deal. Thumbnail. And that is everything I bought this week. Up next, what I built. I built 2 different sets this week. The first one is Lego Ideas, the Seinfeld set, 21328. I've got a little footage to share of that build and process with you. Yeah. Yay, it's time. I get to build the Lego Seinfeld set. Could hardly wait to start putting this bad boy together. I've been a Seinfeld fan 2 decades or more. I'm 37. When did I discover? I have no idea when I discovered Seinfeld. It doesn't matter. There's a Lego set that exists of it, and I get to build it and discover all of the fun little Easter eggs. So I'm going to build it, and I'll tell you what I think when I'm done. I have completed the Lego Seinfeld set. There she is in all of her glory. If Seinfeld was known as a show about nothing, this Lego set is a Lego set for Ronnie Williams. There's Jerry with a little stage and a microphone stand. The microphone stand is like comically too long. Look at that. That's an interesting design choice there, Lego, but okay. All of the stickers are just fantastic little bitty Easter eggs. And I'll try and go through the apartment and find all of those Easter eggs and see how good my Seinfeld knowledge actually is. Because I think it's pretty good. As I was building, I was like, oh yeah, there's that, there's that, there's that. The geometry of the set, and that's what the creator of the set said that he struggled with the most, was just getting all of those really weird, difficult angles. Very impressive. If I had a criticism of it, I don't think that these lights are necessary. I don't think that those add anything. I know that this is based on a television show, and I don't need the scaffolding and the lights up there. It kind of distracts from the overall picture of the set because, in my mind, you know, whenever we were watching the show, we kind of had that view. We didn't see the lights, so to zoom out a little bit further and see the lights, it's like, well, why? Why? I didn't really understand that. Anyway, let's go through some Easter eggs. So we've got some prints here. On the left there, that is a sticker of a portrait, I believe, of Jerry's Uncle Leo. Having trouble saying that name this morning for some reason. Leo was known for saying, hello! That was his thing. And then Jerry, in real life, is a lover of Porsche. So we got a little sticker of a Porsche car there. We've got George here holding a marble rye and a fishing rod. There was a very funny episode where Jerry stole a marble rye from a woman, and he was trying to get it up to Costanza in an apartment. They used a fishing pole, connected the marble rye to the fishing pole, and of course, that did not go well. Elaine here is holding a goldfish in a bottle, and there was an episode where they were lost in the parking garage, and she had bought a goldfish, and the goldfish did not survive because they just could not find where they parked in the parking garage. We've got Kramer back there holding a pretzel and his famous coffee table book. So 2 references there. These pretzels are making me thirsty! And then Kramer went on live with Regis and Kathy Lee because he was an author of a coffee table book. We've got Jerry's famous front door with the intercom that was a part of pretty much every single episode, him buzzing up people. I don't know if we've got the Commando 5 lock on that door or not. I'm thinking we do, because usually Jerry just had the one lock and then the slide thing with the chain. So I'm thinking, or it wasn't the Commando 5, that's the air conditioner. Oh no, I am not worthy of Seinfeld. I can't remember what they named the lock on the door, but I think that's there. I'm not sure on those references to those oven mitts. We've got a cow and we've got a cat. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember that in the show. Editor Ronnie here. I've looked up the oven mitts and they were on the show. However, they were never mentioned to the best of my knowledge. So I was like half right, I think. Mr. Newman, everybody's favorite postal employee. On the fridge here, we've got a Superman, and there was always a Superman in pretty much all the episodes. Jerry in real life really liked Superman, so you could usually find one in each of the episodes kind of hidden around. We got a sticker on the right side with a portrait of Larry David. I can't get any closer than that to where it'll focus, but Larry David's the creator of Seinfeld, and so that's his portrait there on the right side with Yada above it, which is also a reference to a show when Elaine yada yada'd something. No, Jerry was no, it was George. Pretty sure it was George. Jerry or George was sitting down with this lady, and they were dating him, and the lady said, well, my ex-boyfriend came over, and yada yada, I'm really tired today. Pretty sure that was George. It's pretty funny. So that's where yada comes from. Then we've got a red car, which I don't know if that's a Porsche or if that's a reference to something else. Future editor Ronnie here again, and I found this image of Jerry standing in front of what looks to be the same car that is on the front of his refrigerator. Again, it's a Porsche, but it's all in red. I'm guessing that this is what they're referencing there. We've got Schmoopy. Schmoopy and a phone number there. Can't really focus real good on that. But Schmoopy was the pet name that Jerry gave to one of his girlfriends that drove George insane. And then we've got another yada down there. Oh, and then we've got Monk's Cafe menu at the very bottom. That's the fictitious restaurant that they always ate at, the coffee shop as they referred to it. The builds here were very tedious, but I really love the way that they came out. I think that, to have cabinets like that, it looks really good. Jerry did not have see-through cabinets, so I don't know why they chose to have glass right there. Okay. He was a lover of cereal, so I was kind of disappointed that we didn't have anything that really stood out as a cereal box there, because that was definitely his thing. That was interesting there. That's in reference to an episode where George was hitting on the 1 hour photo lady, and he took some scandalous pictures. Kramer took some scandalous pictures of George, and he submitted those to the lady, even though she didn't wind up seeing them, and that didn't exactly pan out. It's kind of weird to see that on Jerry's wall, because Jerry would never have something like that on his wall, but it is really funny, and I like seeing that in kind of Lego form. So if we voyage on over here, we'll get kind of a bird's eye view. This is Jerry's little office area with the computer. The portrait on the wall there is Jerry in his baseball uniform. Well, I guess it's softball. Him and George played on the softball team, and in one episode they played Bette Midler, and George took out Bette Midler going to home. He wasn't going to be denied to win, and he ran over Bette Midler. Great episode. apparently Kramer's obsessed with Bette Midler. The print on the screen, you probably can't see it, but it says Vandelay Industries, which is a reference to a fake company that George made up in order to keep collecting unemployment. And whenever they called George gave them Jerry's phone number. Whenever they called Jerry's apartment, they were supposed to answer Vandelay Industries, but Kramer answered the phone and blew the whole thing up, of course. Over there in the wall, we've got the Commando 5 air conditioning unit. Can you see that? Yeah, here we go. That's a better look at it. Commando 8. Oh my gosh, I am not worthy of Seinfeld. That's the Commando 8 air conditioning unit. And Jerry did not have an air conditioner, but he had a girlfriend that was always really hot. So he wound up buying an air conditioning unit from Kramer. Kramer installed it just by putting it in the window unit and dropping the mini blind. And it fell out of the apartment building and hit somebody. Who did it hit? I want to say it wound up hitting his girlfriend, Jerry's girlfriend. I don't know. Details. It's all about the details. It's amazing how many details I remember about the show and how many of them are escaping me. So I looked this up. And the air conditioner actually falls on and probably kills the dog that bites Elaine earlier in the episode. So that's the saga of the Commando 8. Ah, yes. And then, of course, the infamous Kramer portrait right there. And in real life, I have that. It's on the side of my Lego store in blanket form. But I love the reimagining of that as a sticker in Lego form. Just a wonderfully amazing set. So happy to have this in my collection. Like I said before, I can't even believe that this exists. I love it. I would love to have another Seinfeld set. It's probably never going to happen. As with the other Ideas sets, you get kind of a premium fill box with the box that opens like that. Get a really nice manual with lots of good insight and stories. It's just a really, really cool set. Highly recommend it for even the most casual Seinfeld fan. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Good gravy. I love that Seinfeld set. Oh my gosh, it's on display. It will always have a place of display in my house. As I said last week, I'm looking to pick up more of those for investment purposes because I'm a Seinfeld nut. It was just announced this week, ironically, that they're going to be bringing all of the episodes over to Netflix. So obviously there's a ton of people that love Seinfeld, and I think the long-term appeal of that set is definitely going to be there. So if you're looking for a set to invest in, I think that Lego Seinfeld is not a bad one. The other thing I built this week was with my little builder bud, Mr. Beckett, and I went to Walmart. We did a little shopping. I let him pick out a toy. He picked out Lego Mario set 71383 Wiggler's Poison Swamp, and we built that together this weekend. I won't include the footage here because I'm going to have a little standalone video coming out on the channel a little bit later in the week, so be sure to come back and check that out. Last but not least, let's talk about some bucks. Had a nice little week this past week. I had 13 orders in total, which resulted in $134.26. Sold 31 lots and 819 parts, so much better week compared to my last couple of weeks. Ever since I've been doing this segment on the channel, it's like this segment has cursed my Bricklink store. I don't know what's going on. So I forgot to give you the monthly data for how I did in the month of July. And we're already through August, so I figured I'd give you July and August right now. So just to give you a little bit of context of where the Builder Buds Bricklink store normally is, March 2021, 57 orders, $740. April 2021, 51 orders, $1,469. May 2021, 52 orders, 1,377 orders. So month by month, I'm used to doing about 50 or so orders. In July, 32 orders. Ouch. $670, 240 lots, 1,847 total parts sold in July. August, not much better. 35 orders, $766.65, 212 lots, 2,952 parts. So quite a few more parts exited my store in August. And I'm hopeful, at least the way that this week has started out, that September recap is going to be money. Literally. So if we compare those months that I talked about before, that March, April, May, about 50 orders. Last 2 months, 32 and 35. We need to bump that up hopefully by about another 20 orders. And last week, I think it was last week, I decreased my prices by about 5% kind of across the board. So as you can see, as I can see, that data is telling me that people like my prices much better now because I had 13 orders this past week. And that is going to wrap it up for My Week in Lego, episode number 8. Hope that you guys enjoy this series. Leave me a comment if there's something that you have a question about. I'd be happy to answer that on the show. A little listener feedback, perhaps. Speaking of which, had a couple of comments from last week, not necessarily questions, but they're comments on the videos I'd like to share with you now. Greg, aka Brickatect, commented. He said, "I'm still loving the series. Your Seinfeld impression was spot on. Harry Potter, not so much. LOL. Enjoyed it all though. Keep making these." You got it, mister. These. Let's try this again. These pretzels are making me thirsty. How's that? Little angrier, a little more fire in there. And then, Ron, please, Ron, you've got to get up. Let's go and play Quidditch, Ron. Ron, what are you doing, Ron? He's right. My Harry Potter impressions are just not up to snuff. But those Seinfeld impressions. Up next, we've got my Canadian brother from another mother. It's Locked Door. Nice week with a thumbs up emoji. That HP set is one of 2 sets my sister bought herself in the last year. I hope they continue with the TV show sets. I wasn't around to get the Simpsons sets at a reasonable price, and nothing has caught my eye since then. I feel your pain, but also in a way, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I kind of love your pain because, reseller, like that's the whole point of all of these Lego sets that are just sitting on my shelves, gathering dust, so that at some point you think, oh man, I'd love to have that Lego set. I'll go to BuilderBuds and see what he's got. And then I get to cash in, you get your Lego set, win-win. Thank you for the comment, Locked Door. Last, but certainly not least, it's my buddy Richard Mincy. He said, Sand Green is definitely my favorite. Seinfeld, hands down, best show ever. It's tough for me. It's tough. Like, for the longest time, Seinfeld was just it for me. I can still watch it on repeat. However, The Office is just like, it's like right there. If I had to choose, though, I think that Richard's right. I think that throughout the test of time, I think that Seinfeld is going to age much better. I mean, they're already removing episodes from The Office because they're too controversial. Whereas with Seinfeld, I don't think that they're having to do that. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is The Office better or is Seinfeld better? Greg, where do you stand on this? I don't know that you've ever talked about The Office before. Let's hear from you. And that is going to wrap it up for another My Week in Lego, episode 8. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. I hope that everybody has a fantastic week. This video is coming out on Labor Day, so happy Labor Day. Hope you enjoy your day off from work. If you get a day off from work, if you don't, build some Lego at some point. It'll make things all better. And watch some Seinfeld and or The Office. And eat some barbecue. Bye!